For this video, we are going to be working on an assignment called fast food in a couple minutes. This is going to be your assignment. I do need to explain it, but before I do, I'm going to open up this pet count file that we've been starting. Either follow along, or if you've created the file, you can open it up along with me. Things I want to do is add a row above. So like there's no room for me to add content. So if I want to ever add something above row 1, I'm going to click on row 1, which you can see it highlights row 1 all across the way here. I'm going to right click on that one, and right click I have with a mouse will work, but if I'm taking my 2 fingers on the trackpad in front of me to right click, and you're going to look for insert 1 row above, and that gives me this extra row now that I can add information in. So the first thing I'm going to do with this new row is add my borders around it. And then what I'm interested in, so for fast food, you have to create this, like it's one cell on top of these other cells. So if you have one big giant cell, you highlight a couple of cells and you combine them together. And so I'm highlighting A1 through D1. Those are the cells I want to combine. It's called merging, and I'm going to look for a button that looks like this. If I hold my mouse over it, says merge cells. It looks kind of like a box with 2 arrows pointing in towards the center. If you don't see it right in this toolbar, you might have to click on the 3 dots at the end of the toolbar to find it in the remaining tools that aren't showing up. So we're going to hit this merge cells, and when you do, you have one big giant box at the top where I can now add period 3 or whatever class it is that we're in. So this is period 3 information, so I went ahead and typed that in. So that's how you would make this giant cell. And at the bottom, the instructions ask you to eventually add up, like calculate the total calories for a meal. So we don't have any information in here right now, so I'll talk to you about that. But eventually we will have data in there, and then I want to add the total of calories so I know how much this whole meal took. So if you're adding numbers together, we're just going to start off with something called a basic formula. So I have pet count. Let's count how many pets we have for this period 3 class. So at the bottom, I'm going to click in an available cell. There's no content in this cell. And I'm going to start by hitting my equal symbol. It says I want to do some kind of math. So when you hit that equal symbol, it says I want to do some kind of math, and I want to click on the cell with 3. So I don't want to type in the number 3. I'm going to go ahead and click on that 3, and then I'm going to do plus. So find your plus. I needed a shift key to do my plus. I'm going to click on the next cell down, and then do another plus, and the next cell down. So I'm adding these 3 cells together, and I can hit enter. I'm done. So we have a total of 5 pets in this classroom with all of us in here. So let's do this for grades. There's no reason why I would add these grades up, but let's practice this formula one more time. Again, it starts with an equal symbol, and you click on grade 8 plus the next person's grade 8 plus my grade 11. And so we add up to 27. Now here's why it's important to click on the cell. So this is saying I want to add up D3 plus D4 plus D5. So if I change this to 10, and I change this number to 10, it's changing this number. So it's still adding up these 3 numbers. So you don't have to go and type in a brand new formula. That's the nice thing about this computer, is once you set up the formula and you change a number later, this number, when I click off of, so I have my constant on this, I changed it to 5, I'm going to click off of it, and that number updated to 7. And that's the important thing about putting equals this cell plus this cell plus this cell. Enter. All right, so we did a merge cell. We did some formulas. If I click on the cell, you can see the formula that I used right there. This is called the formula bar. It tells you, if you can't tell what the formula is, you can click on it and see what it is right there. Fast food. You're going to be doing some merge cells and formulas in here, but the first thing you need to do is collect the data for a McDonald's double cheeseburger, medium fry, and a vanilla milkshake. Your size, what would you buy? So this website is a website you can use. So if I click on it, I can click on it again to find the caloric information or the information you need. It doesn't have every restaurant out here, but it has McDonald's. And if I scroll down, I have double cheeseburger, and then I can find at the top the calories are 440. I can look over here for cholesterol, sodium, carbs. Those are the other two that I need for the double cheeseburger. And I would fill that in these boxes. Then do the same thing for medium fries, vanilla shake. At the bottom, it asks you to add the total calories and the sodium and the carbs. And then you're going to add another restaurant. So the other restaurant could be from this same website. I'm just going to go back and pick one of these other restaurants and then set up another meal, a sandwich, a side, and a beverage or dessert. It doesn't matter to me. And then find the calories, the sodium, and the carbs. Now, if you want to go to Taco Bell and figure out how many calories a taco is and a medium Coke is, or whatever they have at Taco Bell, you can go to the Taco Bell website, do a Google search, do any kind of search engine search, look for the restaurant you're interested in, and then they usually have a calorie page. You have to hunt for it a little bit, but you can search for Popeyes or any other restaurant that's just not available right here on this particular website. So you're working on fast food today. Follow the directions at the bottom. And when you're done, you're going to share a link with me. So click on copy the link. I don't want you to email me. Hit done. And then in Google Classrooms, go to add link and then paste. Good luck. I can't wait to see what meal you pick for your other restaurant.